This is iPhone XR. It is basically the candy apple of iPhone X series. It looks gorgeous and it comes in 6 flavors. It is Apple's secret weapon and it is a big deal. Let me explain.
Not many phone manufacturers or customers seem to realize this, but Apple created what I can only describe as a jewelry category since iPhone X. And that category got way more established with iPhone XS and XS Max, especially with the gold color. Imagine a gold iPhone sitting on a nightstand with expensive jewelry next to it. iPhone XS belongs there. It is classy. It just fits elegantly. Now try to imagine the same thing with the gym shower-like frosted glass Pixel 3 with its mint plastic button and its dirt notch face. Not to mention the goofy model names. See what I mean?
But all that beauty, just like the jewelry, comes with a big price tag. And that's where this comes in. The iPhone XR. It starts from $749, and if you're planning to buy one, please pay $50 more and get at least the 128GB version. XR comes in this classic iPhone box. Inside the box, we're greeted with the usual suspects. Some papers, stickers like the ones Trader Joe's gives to your kid, toothpick, blow dryer for Smurfs, USB to lightning cable, and once again, this 5-watt charger. And no headphone to lightning adapter. But let's not think about that now. Let's take a look at the most important test of all, the sizzle test. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt your ASMR, but these phones, they just have to come with the fast charger. I mean, I understand in its Thanos-like balance, it makes sense, I get it. XS didn't come with the fast charger, so why would the cheaper iPhone would, right? I get it. Okay, let's go. Hi, it's me again. Look, I have been using wireless headphones for a real long time now. So whenever I hear someone complaining about the headphone jack, it sounds to me like an old-timer complaining about Post Malone's tattoos. I'm on board with you. Headphone jack is the PS2 port from 1987. I get it. Okay, never mind, let's go. But if someone is buying an iPhone, let them have the best iPhone experience. Put the fast charger brick in the box with the USB-C to lightning cable and throw that headphone jack adapter back in there as well. I mean, they're gone, aren't they?
Well, actually, this is kind of why I like them a lot. While other companies go, oh, where would you like me to put the fingerprint scanner? Back here, down here, up there, left there, I'll do it. Okay, is there anything you like? Meanwhile, these guys, hey, put that headphone jack back. And they're like, no, nah. You know what? We're gonna remove it from the box. How about that? Do you like that?
iPhone XR has 6.1-inch display, so it is bigger than this guy, but it is not as big as this guy, but it is thicker. The body is 7000 series aluminum, the glass at the front is same as iPhone XS, which is pretty strong, and the one at the back is stronger than iPhone X, but not as strong as iPhone XS. It has the same 7nm 6-core A12 Bionic chip, which you may remember from iPhone XS models. It has 3GB of RAM, which is a gigabyte less than the XS models. The front-facing camera is, yes, you guessed it, it is from the XS models. But when it comes to the rear camera, we don't see the traffic light design because XR only has the wide-angle camera. We'll be talking about that more later. When it comes to benchmarks, iPhone XR is dancing with the $1,000 club without even breaking a sweat. When we put the phones in low power mode, nothing surprising is happening. Moving over to compute score, 10R once again is head-to-head with XS and XS Max, and actually a little ahead in low power mode. When it comes to graphics bench test, during on-screen test, iPhone XR blew everyone away. And just like XS and XS Max, it showed no sign of overheating after all these tests. So what does all that mean? Well, when we launched this updated version of the awful game Fortnite, iPhone XR launches the game in just 37 seconds, where Note 9 in HD Plus resolution launches the same game in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
It has the same Face ID, the faster Face ID we know from iPhone XS and XS Max, which is great. This actually makes a lot of difference. You feel the difference when it's time to use the Apple Pay.
The 7-megapixel f2.2 front-facing camera is same as iPhone XS and XS Max, so it has image stabilization, smart HDR, bokeh and depth control. And just like the Golden Girls, 10R can shoot 1080p 60 frames per second video with its front-facing camera.
And also this has to be stereo, so let's test the stereo. Hey! Hey! Hey, how you doing? Are you okay? I hope that sounded really good. It looks really good on the screen. But now I'm curious if we can fool this back camera.
And the reason I'm saying that is because this 12-megapixel f1.8 camera from iPhone XS performs the portrait mode feature using computational photography because there is no telephoto lens. The two drawbacks are you can only take photos of people, I'm sure they're gonna add cats soon, and there is no stage light and stage light mono in rear camera's portrait mode. That is why I had to trick this computational photography. And I did.
There you go, there you go. Portrait mode. We can go into it and change the bokeh value, and it acts accordingly to the lens iPhone XR has. It doesn't try to mimic the telephoto lens, which is what this is shot with. This is shot with the wide angle lens, so it's trying to mimic wide angle lens would do. Front facing camera works great, no problem there. As you can see, I can actually see the aperture in real life. This feature is gonna come very soon. With front facing camera we have all the modes and they are live view. Switch to back and the portrait mode. We don't have all the modes. We have only natural light, studio light and contour light.
And of course, just like XS, XR shoots beautiful video. These are cool, but there is something cooler. With great processing power and great camera comes great AR. And iPhone XR does that pretty good.
And there it is. You can look at it in 360, you can get close to it, or you can tap on this AR. And just place it right there. And you can start walking around it. There it is.
I love AR, and I love that Apple is passionate about it as well. Seeing this bicycle being rendered in real time in front of my eyes is pretty impressive. Also, you can pinch in or out to change the size of the item you're looking at.
What is this? A bicycle for ants? No, I think I can make it big. If I can make it small, let's make it big. Oh yeah, they're gonna tow it. The towing company's here. Needs to go away. This bicycle is taking too much space.
When it comes to wide stereo and speaker test, I thought iPhone XR and XS sounded very close. What do you think?
Developers kind of products like Pokemon, and so that's the reason you see so many iPhones out in the wild right now chasing Pokemon.
What?
Chasing Pokemon.
What?
you going with a phone in your hand?
Chasing boogeyman. Chasing boogeyman.
Don't you know you may fall in a lake?
Chasing boogeyman. Chasing boogeyman.
Chasing Ecuador, chasing our compound.
Chasing boogeyman. Chasing boogeyman.
Chasing Nidonki, chasing Jigima.
Chasing boogeyman. Chasing boogeyman.
Chasing Pokemons. Hi Tim, don't you know your battery's dead?
Now we have to talk about the display, which is claimed depressing by a whippersnapper. Were the points about the pixel density valid, or was he just riding the sweet Apple hate train which brings easy clicks? Let's talk about that.
Have you ever looked at an iPad Pro screen and thought, wow, those damn pixels are hurting my eyes? No, right? Well, an iPad Pro screen density is 264 pixels per inch. This is 326 pixels per inch, which is same as iPhone 4, 4S5, 5S6, 6S7 and 8. But at the same time, it's not the same screen. The contrast ratio got better, the brightness got better. Screen used to be sRGB, now it's white color. It has True Tone display, so it definitely is not the same display as iPhone 4. Go and check it out, you'll see it for yourself. But compared to OLED, yes, if you really want to see the pixels, I actually cannot see the pixels, but maybe you can. Sadly, it's not HDR, it doesn't have the high contrast ratio, but it's not all bad news. Since it is not OLED, it doesn't flicker and the screen doesn't burn in time. Since the resolution is lower, it actually consumes less power and less processing power, and it is cheaper to be fixed if you break it without warranty. The only situation that you're gonna feel that this screen is not good enough for you is if you put this in a VR glass and wear it on your head. Then OLED screen is definitely what you should go with, but OLED screen will flicker in your face. So it's sharper, it flickers, not as sharp, doesn't flicker.
My conclusion is this: it is just like an iPhone 8 screen, but only better. It has new backlight with 2.5 times more LEDs and tap to wake on an LED screen for the first time. Just look at this close-up of iPhone XR next to frosted shower door Pixel 3. Look with your special eyes. Now, let's make things more interesting and go beyond what we can see with our bare eyes. Let's put a 10x macro lens on iPhone XS's 2x telephoto lens and compare XR to XS Max. Now, I'm not gonna label which one is which, so we can judge with our eyes, but not with our minds. Damn, that was deep.
It doesn't have force touch, but when you hold your finger over stuff, it acts like force touch. And now, if you like to move the cursor around, you just hold your finger over space and there you go. You can move the cursor around. Now, I've been using XS Max ever since the day it came out, and the battery life of XS Max is just fantastic. But when it comes to this, because of the screen and all the optimization that we love, the battery lasts even longer. According to Tom's guide, it lasted 11 hours and 26 minutes, which is no 9-level battery life. iPhone XR has IP67 water resistance, it's not 68. You can put it under 1 meter water for 30 minutes. It can be tea, coffee, whatever, just rinse it afterwards and let it dry, and never plug your charging cable while it's still wet. Just put it on wireless charger if you really need to. It doesn't have gigabit LTE, it has the advanced LTE, and it supports dual SIM. Actually, they call it dual, but with eSIM, you can actually add more than one line. So you can have 3 lines in this phone if you like.
I've been thinking a lot about what R in XR stands for. because Apple seems to put a lot of thoughts into these devices. I think since iPhone 10, their smartphone game is at a brand new level. Apart from a couple of sacrifices, this phone is a fantastic device with its speed, Face ID, AR, AI, and other features, and the price. So yes, this device may not be the Batman, but it sure is the Robin. And that's what the R stands for.
Well, thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button. This is wide angle actually, it's probably like this. Hit that subscribe button and join the world domination. And please let me know what you think about iPhone XR in the comment section below. And until I see you the next time, take really good care of yourselves. And hoşça kalın.